Normally, it's comedy etiquette to ask for a round of applause for the previous comedian, but I'm never gonna fucking get your name right. So let's just hear it again for the Turkish guy. I was driving to the show tonight, and I saw a sign that just fucked me right up. It said, "Concentrate on driving." This sign is negated by its very existence. First off, it assumes that there are people that are not concentrating on driving, and it's chosen to remind them what they need to be doing. But if they're not concentrating on driving, they're never going to see the fucking sign. However, if you do see the sign, you're going to be suddenly distracted by like, oh fuck, am I concentrating enough? Shit! That fucking sign! They pulled one over on me. The fucking Minneapolis Department of Transportation got me. And that's the fucking job I want. What a beautiful bastard walked into work one day and was like, I think we should put a sign on the back roads of Minnesota. It says concentrate on driving. Because, you know, I'm going on lunch. That's beautiful. It's like those stickers you see that say, start seeing motorcyclists around the back of cars. Driving at 60 miles an hour and I see a bumper sticker. I'm like, fuck yeah, I should start seeing motorcyclists. There's one now. Like, don't assume that I'm not seeing them when I'm hitting them. That'd be errant. I was having this conversation about these signs and stickers with the girl that I know, and she said, well, you know, men probably came up with those. Like, that's kind of uncalled for. It's probably true, but uncalled for. And she went on this big fucking rant about how it's a male-dominated world. I can disprove her with two statements. It is not a male-dominated world, point one, because I'm still wearing pants. Point two is that so are all of the women in this room. Run with me for a second here. Let me paint you a picture of a male-dominated world, okay? There are beautiful women everywhere, fully nude, save for a utility belt filled with candy. Carrying platters of sandwiches around. Every 20 feet there's a lazy boy that's also a toilet. And women retain their mouths but lose their voice boxes real quick. This is what a male-dominated world would look like. Look around you. This is inaccurate. This is wildly inaccurate. And I try to tell this to people because if that was reality, if that was the world we had, do you think men would ever let that go? Like the first inkling a woman had of like picking up a book, fuck it, we got like 7,000 more of those bitches around. That ain't happening. No, it's not a male-dominated world. It's a male-influenced world, but that's because women are smarter. They have the caves of knowledge. It's your vaginas. Really though, I mean, like, who likes to get up and go vote? That's a pain in the ass. I have to go to a church that's 17 miles from my house to vote because of where the border is of my county. That's no fun. So for a long time, women got away with it. They were like, oh no, I probably shouldn't vote. You go do that. But if you vote for the wrong person, we're not fucking tonight. Like, that's how it worked in the 50s, and then we got Kennedy, and that worked out really well. A lazy motherfucker. Like, could have wrote a set list or something for tonight. I don't like to do things, you know? I'm 6'4", there's a lot of me. That's a lot of work to get up, and that's why, consequently, I work at a coffee shop. It's not hard, you know? They're replacing us with machines at gas stations and fast food chains everywhere. That's fine. But I work at a coffee shop in the Ridgedale courthouse. So like my primary clientele are like wife beaters and lawyers. Life will make you real pessimistic like that. It's a rough gig. People there are they're not very bright, which is sad because it's attached to a library. I had a motherfucker come up to me the other day, he's looking at the board, and he's like, why don't you guys have pasta? Because we're a coffee shop. smart with me. Bitch, I wouldn't know how. It's a horrible job. I almost lost that job. I failed the drug test. Which is horseshit, because I studied for that bitch for like 3 months straight. Got my research in. Yeah. Our Harvard recently did a study. 1 in 4 people smokes pot in America. It's the current statistic. 1 in 4 people in America smokes marijuana. How do you think that fucking survey went though, right? There was like 4 guys who happened to go to Harvard in a room. One dude was like, well, fuck it, I'm high. Yeah. That'll work. Let's go get a sandwich. Same study, independent company did a comparison chart for SAT scores. They found the names of the people with the highest SAT scores and the lowest SAT scores, found their Facebook pages, and tried to find similarities. They found 2. People with the highest SAT scores all cited the Grateful Dead as one of their favorite bands. The people with the lowest all cited Lil Wayne. This can be confusing because it's the same drug. Like they're all high, but for some reason you either fall at the top or the bottom. So my philosophy is really just get fucking stoned before you take your SATs. Because you're either gonna wind up in the top of the country or fuck it, you're high. Who cares? Win-win. I decided recently I want to see Oprah naked. Not for any sort of like coital purposes, but it's I have a hard time believing a woman can be that successful, you know? Like I want to see the bollocks on her. Jeff just doesn't do well here. That's Oprah fans. You could have her. I'll take Tyra. What a crazy bitch. Oh my god. Anybody here watch Tyra? No? Jesus Christ. Fucking liars. Whatever. I'll read your books. Or your iBooks. Or those. Okay. On topic. Tyra. Tyra had a transgender teen on her show. It was titled something like Uncomfortable in My Skinnies or something. And this transgender youth was speaking about the difficulties she had found being accepted by her friends and family. And Tyra said, you know what, girl? What? I know exactly what you're going through. When I was 19, I was in Paris, and I didn't speak a lick of French. There's a difference in that scenario. Like, you were a model in Paris at 19, you motherfucker. Like, the most I can hope for is a Lifetime movie that I can sort of relate to. Like, speaking of Tyra, Coyote Ugly was on TV the other day. I'm an illustrator. I sit at home and draw all day, and so I watch a lot of television. Coyote Ugly was on. I'm not sure you guys remember this movie. It was about a woman who moved to New York from nowhere, or New Jersey or whatever, and she was like pursuing her dream of becoming a songwriter. She got a job at a bar, and they would dance on the bar, and it was sexy and cool. And it depressed the fuck out of me, which I don't think was the point of the movie. Like, I think it's supposed to encourage you to go and chase your dreams, but what it made me realize is that I'm never going to be able to dance on top of a bar as well as Tyra Banks in high heels. That's really depressing. Like, when you're sitting at home with your mixing bowl full of fucking corn pops and soy milk, you're like, fuck man, at least I thought I had a shot. Like, I'm not even getting up today. Fuck it. But then the Jersey Shore made me feel a lot better. Like, if Snooki could write a book, fuck. Because there's a lot of stupidity in America right now. It's sad, you know. That's why Daddy drinks. It's because when you watch the news, you get sad. You gotta go somehow, like, because the stupid people, they're having more kids now. Like, Sarah Palin had that baby. That was a real downer. We're closing on that. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen,